Every mystery leaves breadcrumbs. Clues that seem insignificant until they suddenly mean everything. Tonight, we follow one of those clues. A single call made 3 days after she vanished. A call that whispered one chilling word: gone. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Each click keeps the truth alive and it helps bring justice out of the shadows. The call came from her own phone. Investigators were certain of it. The signal pinged off a cell tower less than 5 miles from her home. When they tried to trace it, the line went dead. No further calls were ever made. For weeks, detectives treated it as a prank, but her family believed it was her. A desperate signal, sent from somewhere she couldn't escape. The voice on the recording was distorted, too faint to identify. But audio specialists determined one thing. The word was whispered close to the microphone. Whoever said it wasn't speaking to an empty room, but are speaking directly into her phone, and that meant someone had been holding it, alive and deliberate. Leads poured in. A neighbor swore they saw a man near a street the night before the call, tall, wearing a hood. But police found nothing. A gas station clerk reported a customer paying in cash, leaving abruptly when a patrol car pulled in. That sighting placed the mystery man at the same radius where the call originated. Theories multiplied. Was it her trying to send a final message? Was it her captor taunting the investigators? Or was it both her voice forced out under the control of someone else? Detectives couldn't agree. Some said it was genuine. Others claimed it was staged, meant to send police in the wrong direction. But here's what makes it unforgettable. 3 weeks later, the phone was found, not in her home, not with her belongings. It was discovered in a drainage ditch off a deserted highway, waterlogged, useless. Yet, when data specialists recovered fragments, they found something unexpected. Multiple numbers dialed, but never connected. Some belonged to family, some to strangers, and one to a number that no longer existed. That number traced back to a man who had disappeared years earlier. A man tied to another missing persons case in the same county. Suddenly, investigators realized they weren't chasing one disappearance, they were chasing a pattern. And still, the most haunting question remains: who whispered that final word? If it was her, it means she was alive for at least 3 days. If it wasn't, it means someone wanted us to think she was. Both possibilities are terrifying. The caller remains one of the darkest threads in this case, a voice out of nowhere. A single word that carried more weight than an entire confession. And yet no one has ever been charged. No one has ever come forward. This is where the trail begins to twist, where the story fractures into theories, possibilities, and shadows that overlap. And in part 8, we'll examine the evidence that should have solved everything, but only made the case more impossible. If you're still here, like, share, and subscribe. Every voice helps bring justice out of the shadows. This episode builds suspense with the mysterious phone call, ties it to a larger pattern, and ends on a cliffhanger leading into part 8.